Hello there. In the house that I grew up in as a child, our kitchen window was, oh, phew, not music. The kitchen window looked out over Galway Bay. So as you wash the dishes or peel potatoes, you watch the dolphins come in, or the boats come in and out, or the rain coming in from the Aran Islands, or just the road. Back then there wasn't many trees, so you could see people walking and people cycling. And on that kitchen window, my mum always had a candle. And so she would light the candle every morning as her practice, her remembering of her practice, which was that she would send intentions out to people. She would, send, like, pray as such, but just send her intentions out with the candle. And so for years then we would call mom, we'd say, "Oh mom, I have an interview tomorrow. Will you stick me in the candle?" Or we'd even ring mom and say, "Hey mom, a friend of mine, she's really struggling. Can you stick her in the candle?" And mom would think of the people as she saw the candle. And so today I've lit loads of candles. And so there's a for me, there's a big thing. One of us yogis, her family is having a big day today. It's really big. And so I've lit my candles and I'm offering my practice. And so yeah, if you have a candle today, maybe just light it. That this community that we're creating, there's around 100 of us every day who are making time to practice together, connecting, and just, something happened. And so, yeah, so maybe as we support each other, there's something greater that can happen, that we're held in this. Um, so, yeah, great. Come, let's practice. There's my candles. So come lie on your back and your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor. And today we're going to really work with really slowing things down and deepening into each posture as we go. We're just going to flow as well. So pull your lower back down and flatten into the floor. And then arching. And as you do so, do it really slowly and deeply. And just move from flattening into arching. And as you move, there's a sense of really deeply pushing into the floors. So at each point, if you were to pause at any stage, a bit like statues, that game of statues when we were younger, if you were to pause in any place in this movement, it would be something. It's not that the beginning is something or that the end is something. It's that each point on the whole range is something. Begin to rock your knees from side to side. And again, make that each point is a something, that you feel a sense of lengthening or connecting, or that it's a traveling of a sensation, again, rather than it just being that you feel the end and that you feel the beginning. Nice. And then take your right hand and actually drop your both knees over towards the right. And then glide your left hand over towards the right side and reach as far as you can. And just feel, rather than the top hand, feel the squish of the bottom hand, the bottom arm. And go a little bit further, squishing even deeper. Nice. And then pull your left hand into your chest. And so your torso has become a little bit more straight. And then reach your left hand overhead and look up. Nice. Pull your arm into your chest and then reach your left hand straight out as far as you can. And draw your left hand in and then reach it up and long. Nice. Bring your right arm under your ear and then reach your left arm still long above your head. And then bend the left elbow, bend the left knee, and then begin to reach through the whole body. You're reaching overhead with your fingers and you're reaching into your toes like you're super duper long from your belly all the way down. Pull them in and then stretch them long and feel that each part of the movement, that you're gracefully, smoothly and deeply moving in your body. So as you draw in and as you lengthen out, just continue. I actually changed the settings on the camera yesterday and I look very dark. Let's go to change that. Sorry guys. That's too bright. That's much better. Cool, sorry about that. Okay, you're still lying on your side. Da, da, da. And now bring your left hand just in front of you and draw the left foot straight back behind you so your knee is bent. And now you're just opening through the front of your belly as you glide your foot back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you. And just flow into that. Feel that each part of the movement is graceful, is smooth. And there's something about the squeeze at the end of the movement that I find really creates flow. So rather than coming back really fast from there, I kind of squeeze and then I come back. Nice. One more time. Squeezing back, lengthening back. Super. Come lie on your back, tuck your arms in. Come lie on your back and find your straight again. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. Drop your knees down towards the left. And then just reach your right hand as far as you can and squish your left arm. And just feel that. Let all your weight squish it deeply into the floor. Super. Draw your right hand into your chest and then reach your right hand overhead as long as you can overhead. And then pull your right hand into your chest and then straight out forward in front of you. Squishing your left arm. Draw it into your chest and then overhead. And each movement, find that you're in it the whole time. That's how flow happens. It's not just the end, which is like a straight line. You're trying to feel all the time as you move. Nice. Bring your left arm underneath your head, and then reach your right arm long, your right leg long, looking up at your right hand, and then pull them both in. And just feel that your spine is lengthening, that your lower back is really creating space and long as you do this. Just feel that. How long can you get as you move, as you connect? Like, what do you do to find flow and depth in this movement? Nice. Bring your right hand to the floor in front of you, and then bend your little right knee and swing it back behind you. And bring your knee to your elbow. Swing your foot back behind you. Feel the slowing down as you come to the end of the range. Draw your knee forward. Swing it back. Nice. And bring it forward. Super. Come lie on your back. Wonderful. So feet are hip distance apart. You're lying on your back. Push your feet down and roll up along your spine, and just feel the relationships of all these angles. And then rolling down. Nice. Step your feet around 2 or 3 inches away from you. So your feet have moved a bit away from your bum. And then do that again. Rising up. What has changed? Go really slowly so you hear. Don't assume this is different. This is the same. It's really different as we go. Nice. Rising up and down. And step your feet a little bit further away. There's a certain point where if you get cramps in your legs, be really careful with this one. Okay. Rising up. So my legs are straightening more because of how far away they are. Maybe you stop there. Maybe you go a little bit further. Rising up. The dynamic into your legs and hips has really changed. Maybe it's just your heels on the floor. And then you push and lift your bum off the floor, your hips off the floor. And then lowering down. Come back one little bit. Rising up. And hear it. Like, what has changed in their whole body? Like, it's different. And coming back a little bit. Rising up. And as we come back in, we're more into the territory of the familiar. We're like, oh, I know this now. And then suddenly it's like, oh, yeah, I know this. And it's amazing how, as we venture into the unknown in our own bodies, we have to slow down, draw your feet closer. And then try and bring your feet even closer. So come up onto your toes and then drop your heels down. Come up onto the toes and drop your heels down. And then rolling up. And feel how that's changed the front of your hips now. One more time, pushing up, and just hear something has changed in the front of your hips, and just pause there. Nice. Lowering all the way down. Roll like there's a clock. Move your feet away from you. Roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. And then in the other direction. Just hearing that, feeling that. Super cool. So roll all the way over and come to stand at the front of your mat, all the way up. Nice. So standing at the front of your mat, and just stand tall. And then reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. And bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Each time you move, what is the depth of you as you do it? Hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Lean into your lunge, stretch into that back leg. And then step back into a plank. Push into your hands, really lean into your heels. Drop your knees to the floor, lower your belly all the way down. So reach your right hand straight out to the side and bring your left hand so it's at the edge of your mat with your elbow high. Do it sideways the first time, it's easier to see. So my left elbow is bent and my right arm is long. So bend your left knee and then just bring your left foot to the floor behind the right thigh, right knee. So it's literally just rolled over and then come back. And then do that again. And each part of the movement, be aware of it. Foot to the floor and then come back. Pay attention to your right shoulder as you do this. Okay. This time you can do the same again if that felt strong enough. Or you can swing your left foot up in the direction of your right hand. And then come all the way back. Nice, other side. Bend your right elbow, stretch your left arm long. Bring your foot to land on the floor. Be really smooth and graceful. Flow happens in the movements you make. It's how you attend and smoothen the movements. Roll, bring your foot to the floor. Coming back. This time you can bring your foot to the floor or you can swing your foot towards the left hand. And then coming back. Only go as far as your back feels like. It's a steady walk. You're not doing a sprint right now. So roll. Maybe you're just touching the floor. Maybe you're swinging your foot. Remember, don't strain. It's a progressive practice. So let it be a growing practice of care, attention, and sensations. As you flow really beautifully and kindly. Be kind. Don't force your spine to be the biggest back bend that it can today, and then suddenly for the day have an achiness. Allow that the strength that needs to happen for stability, there is length that needs to happen, and there's just whole body connections that just deepen the sense of being in our bodies. Nice. So bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and then push back into your cat. And then sit your bum back towards your heels. And then rock forward till your hips are in line with your shoulders and your knees. So you're just in a straight line. Sit your bum back. And then bring your hips in line. Maybe you lift your feet a little bit off the floor. So just rock forward and backwards. Stretching into your armpits. For me, I keep the intention as I sit backwards to round my back. And I'm feeling that I'm slowing down as I connect deeper. As I allow myself to really hear my spine. Nice. Push your feet into the floor and just stretch for a moment into your downward dog. Bring both knees to the floor and bring both feet wider than your mat, keeping your knees in the middle. So it's that kind of Charlie Chaplin look kind of thing. And then bring your left foot so it's long and at the end of your mat, the right side of your mat, and then lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. So we're side angle. Reach your left arm over your ear. And then we're going to flow. So bring your fingers down towards your toes or in that direction. And then reach overhead and lengthen. Just here, like how do you really lengthen and open and create space? Touch. Reach. One more time. Touch. Reach. Pause for a moment in the reaching. Nice. Bring your hands to the floor. Rising up. And then walk slowly forwards. All the way forwards. Rolling up As you roll up, when your hands come near your thighs, reach your arms wide so your palms are facing upwards. And then rolling down. Let your arms be heavy as you roll steadily down. Nice. Again, rolling up, keeping your head low. Arms reach wide, chest opens, palms are facing upwards. And then all the way down. Nice. And then bring the backs of your hands together and then rise so that the backs of your hands are kind of over your face the whole time. And then when you're all the way up, reach your arms wide in a huge circle and then flow down so you touch the floor. Back of your hands come to touch. Rise. And then flow down, following your arms down. One more time. Rise. And then all the way down. So this time touch the floor either side of your feet. Your knees are bent. And now you're going to reach your arms wide as you rise. So as you rise and your bum sticks out as you rise. And then lengthen all the way up. Palms come together. Coming down. Fingers touch the floor as you rise. Bring your arms wide. Rise. Coming down. One more time. Fingers touch the floor. Wide and rise. And coming all the way down. So yesterday we did a pose. It is actually dancing Nitaraj. Nitaraj is, I think she's one of the goddesses or something in India. So we're going to do it again. So bring your arms wide. So we're going to start with just the arms. So turn your two hands up and turn your two hands down and back. And just feel it in the shoulders. Really get kind of tea towel-y, I'm going to say. And just feel it in your shoulders. And I'm allowing, my arms aren't rigid. There's this kind of sense of the scooping of my elbows, the rolling of my palms. It's really quite roundy. And then do opposites. And the palm that's face up, turn your head in that direction. I'm breaking down the movement a bit more. And I'm allowing my elbows and fingers to roll a bit. So I'm not straight in my arms. I'm just allowing a sense of flow. So the next time that your hand comes to the right, let's say, stick your bum in that direction, which is the same as saying straighten your leg. And then when you turn towards the left, stick your bum in that direction. And then just begin to lengthen and twist. And don't forget your shoulders as you do your bum. There was great debates about this one yesterday. So yeah. Nice. Come back to center. Shake that out. And then come all the way forward to the front of your mat again. Reach your arms wide, bring your palms together. Slowly rolling down, palms to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lengthen and look upwards. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Stretch the left foot back, step it back into a lunge. Really heel travels backwards, knee bends deeply. And then step back, plank pose. Heels travel deeply backwards. Nice, drop your knees to the floor and lower your belly down. Reach the right hand out to the side, left hand is standing. Bring your left foot either to stand on the floor behind you or you're beginning to swing your foot up towards your other hand. And remember, it's a progressive, steady practice of wellness increasing. So maybe you have to go so super slow because you know that the steadiness of the slowness will really keep your back safe and well. And back bends, and there's this kind of, so there is this possibility of our spines being really flexible if we practice that a lot, okay? Most of us don't. So functional range is what we're looking for here rather than massive flexibility. So can you just do this smoothly? That's all I want, because that's actually very hard for a lot of us. Just smooth, steady, non-aggressive movement in the body. How awesome. Great, push back. And this time walk your hands one handprint forward. From your cat pose, walk them forward. Round your back, sit your bum back. And then rock forward, maybe lift your knees up. Your feet up, sorry. Sitting your bum back. And rocking forwards. So you can slow things down and it creates more tone and texture. You can begin to look forwards, but if you look forward, it will
increase the arch in your back. So be careful if you have anything going on in your lower back, sacroiliac joints, maybe don't look forward. Our spine is so deeply connected. We're just creating stability. First thing in the spine. Nice. Push back into your downward dog, creating length, finding stillness in this moment. Nice. Drop your knees down. Bring your 2 feet wider than your mat. Your knees have stayed in the middle. And then just stretch your right leg long and lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. Side angle. Reach your right arm over your ear. Long, and then begin to flow. How do you round forward? And then swing and reach. Round forward. Swing and reach. Forward. Reach. One more time. Forward. Reach. Pause there. Pushing into your toes, reaching into your fingers, reaching into your Christmas tree, if it's still up. Going all the way down. And then just come into the normal cat, rounding your back, arching, rounding your back, and arching. And then roll your belly in a deep circle. Just really rounding, rolling, connecting, and then roll in the other direction. Nice. Stretch your right arm out further in front of you. Draw your armpit down towards the floor. Nice. Coming back. Reach the left arm out in front of you. I'm on the blade of the baby finger. You can have your hands flat. You can be up on your fingertips. Let's see what suits you. And coming back. Stretch the right leg long behind you. Reach your left arm long. Nice. And then stretch the left leg out behind you. Stretch your right arm long. Nice. Come rest into your child's pose, all the way down. And just let your belly round, your head drop. Somebody asked me the other day, from all the different things that I do, that there must be a lot of stillness in my life. And no, there isn't. There's nothing really about me that's still, but there's amazing depth to this vast movement that is me. And so it's taken me a long time to accept that how I am is perfect for me. It's not how other people would wish to be, because that's how they are. And they feel stillness in different ways than I do. They feel flow and connection in different ways. But it's really owning that this experience of you in this moment is your harmony and your depth and your beingness. And it doesn't have to be other than exactly beautifully accepted as it is right now. So just be wholesomely how you are in this moment. Embrace it and pull it towards you, and know that, my sense of coherent flow, connection is like a nuclear power station inside myself. And when I feel that, I feel so deeply harmonious. It's awesome. So find your deep self and honor and treasure it, because that's what makes you you. So just feel your hope molecules connecting into all that you are, whether that be that you feel deeply still or warm or connected, or you can feel your breath, or you can just feel in this moment. Just be that. Nice. Awesome. So slowly rising up and pushing back, stretching back if you wish, or staying exactly where you are. Some of you do this practice in the evening. Some of you do it with me in the morning. Depends on the time of day that you do it, I think, what you do after. So have an amazing day.
enjoy. And yeah, maybe if you have a candle, if you just light that candle today, that would be really amazing. Just to hold, yeah, hold a special intention. So great. Thanks for joining me. It's such a deep and awesome pleasure to be here.